Welcome to Airstream Wheeler. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
This is my Roadmaster Active Suspension that we just ordered. We are going to install it. I picked this because I could install it myself and it doesn't require me to drop the axle on my truck. All I really have to do is relieve the weight off of the axle. So Andrew has used jack stands and blocking to just get me up a little bit, and I can install this. It's basically a bolt-on solution. This particular system does not mean that it doesn't increase my payload. It doesn't mean that I can be overloaded. It's just gonna let me operate more comfortably within the range that I already have legally. These aren't directional. I can put either one right, left. It doesn't really matter.
Shanna's about to read the instructions. It's not really my thing, but, you know, she'd rather do it right the first time. That's just a lot of words, and most of them are telling you not to hurt yourself, I'm guessing.
Okay. Level surface, check. Loosen the rear wheel lug nuts, check. Position the floor jack, check. Raise the rear of the vehicle with the jack sufficiently to place jack stands on both sides. Sort of.
Yeah, we got one, so we did.
The Roadmaster kit comes fully assembled out of the box. Remove one side and place it on top of the rear leaf spring with the eye bracket hook facing the rear of the vehicle. The hook. Okay.
Does it tell you what size wrench to grab? Because that's like the most useful thing instructions could give you, and they just never do.
If installing to a vehicle that's on the ground, make sure the vehicle is well supported. Now to remove the toe nuts from the rear shackle as shown in the illustration. When you're fitting it to a vehicle using a lift, utilize a lift that lets your axle hang free. And while we aren't actually on a lift, we've definitely allowed the axle to hang free, which is significantly easier than disconnecting suspension parts. So we need to take this bolt out, and allegedly they're hand tight. Oh, and they actually are, even with tiny hands, which is kind of awesome. So I'm going to do both sides, hopefully. Just leave that aside. Alright, so second verse, same as the first. I'm going to take this off, hand tight, which surprises me that it's actually hand tight for my hands. Pretty excited about that. I'm going to leave these in the order and orientation that I found them in, hopefully making my life easier later. So there you go. There's not really a lot to this kit, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do it. Something like this, I feel like is going to be helpful, but a pretty easy install. Per the instructions, you're supposed to lay this on your spring pack here. And this is supposed to go over the top of this rounded piece, see? So, I can't get it in there with the frame. This hook is supposed to go over. Quite long enough, but it's already loose, so. Scary.
Yep.
Might need like a rubber hammer or something to knock against. Rubber bushing or something.
What's that?
There's like a rubber
Bushing?
bushing maybe? I don't know. It's super dirty and covered with. I should be able to knock. Gave me a little space up here to pry, but there we go. Come on, baby.
Mind your fingers in case something unloads.
Yeah. Orientation, but this has an upwards arrow for the top, pointing up. So, all right. Now, can you loosen that, please, or just lift that so it's up a little bit?
Yep.
It's awkward for me to pull. Ready? Ta-da! Okay. Upwards arrow.
We are comically too short up here.
Yeah, you have to twist it to extend it.
I don't. Installation is the same on both sides. Remove the shackle, put the RAS in place and bolt it on, then put the shackle back and tension the spring. The final adjustment step is increasing the spring tension till a little spacer fits in the gap. We chose the thicker spacer, which provides more spring tension. After the spring was fully tensioned, we measured the height of the truck and we had about 1.5 inch lift when empty.